Hey family, today is day 2 of my Vegas trip, and I've been laying here and I have been asleep I went to that taping early this morning, and came back to come get me some rest before I get started with the next part of my day. But I just got a phone call from Tony telling me that somebody broke into my mother's house, and I'm numb. I'm like literally numb. And yesterday, I was going through emotions. I was crying and just going through yesterday. And yesterday, consequently, is when this had happened. So actually, it was no, the night before last when all this happened, and something just was uneasy with me yesterday. I didn't know why. I couldn't really put my finger on it. Um, but now, come to find out, this is the issue. And I'm pretty devastated because it was my mama's stuff. You know what I mean? That they took. But what gets to me the most is whoever this thief or thieves were. There was somebody that knew us, that knew my family, and I don't at this point in time, I don't put it past anybody. To me, a whole bunch of people are suspects. Like, seriously. Because this person or people literally took boxes and packed up my mom's stuff. Went through her closet, took her closet's doors off, rambled through her closets. Um, they took my mom had a lot of Mikasa dishes and stuff like that. Really, really fine jewelry. Excuse me, fine Mikasa and crystals and stuff like that. Um, and this is the stuff that they took. They took all of our black movies. We had so many black movies. They took all that, and um, they took. My mom had these real beautiful lamps that had um, these black ladies, these black wow, these lamps that my mom bought. They were $450 a lamp. Okay, and it was porcelain, and there was these black porcelain dolls, and so they took her lamps. My mom had four of them. I have two of them at my house, and there were two left in her house, and those are the ones that they took. They pretty much rambled through everything. They went through my bedroom, demolished it. Um, my kids' PlayStation 2 was there. But things that really didn't mean a whole lot to me were there. It's just the sentimental thing for me. Is the fact that, somebody once again, broke into my mom's house and took her stuff. And at my house, of course, at my house, my kids all have all of their little zoom zooms and wham and whams and Xbox 360s and all those things at my house. But at grandma's house, they had things that, that they that meant something to them, that they would play with while they were there. So it's just a trip, and I don't talk too much about a lot of that stuff, things that are going on, because I'm going through probate with with one of my sisters. And when my mama died, and I guess what hurts me and what has me so bitter is before my mom's funeral, folks was taking things out of her house. Before my mom's body was even taken out of her house, things were taken from around her, from her room, before the coroner can even come, before the mortuary came and got her body. Here people were taking out of her house. My mom had a lot of really expensive stuff, in her house. I mean, beautiful, beautiful things. Organ and piano and, I mean, just really, really expensive stuff in her house. Grandfather clocks and things like that. And when my mom died, I was in New York when I got the call. I was at that time is when, I was, really into the industry stuff, and I was working on a calendar campaign at that time. And when I got the call that she had died, but before I can even get there to the house, because my kids were in the bed with her when she died, and before I can even get there, my mom's stuff was packed up and thrown in the trash outside. It was like everybody went through her stuff, took a lot of my mom's stuff, computers, and I mean, just took shit took my mom's car. Before her body was moved from the house, shit was being taken from her van. And my whole thing was, and still is that I want to keep the family home. So then therefore there's some legacy left. Now her little whatnots and figurines and crystal elephants and all that stuff, okay, take it. But to go through and take off the doors and shit like that, that's telling me this is somebody that knew us personally, that knew what kind of stuff my mom had in her house, knew what she had in her closets and stuff like that. And it's just hurtful. It's hurtful that, and then for my sister to be, contesting the will and all this other bullshit, but yet when it comes down time to pay the taxes on the property, nobody is coming out of their pockets. Yet I'm the youngest of 5 children, and I have fucking taken care of my mother and my father until they died. But yet, once they died, hear everybody come out of the woodwork. Oh, I want the RV. Oh, I want the Mercedes. Oh, I want her stuff. Oh, I want her purses. Oh, I want her hats. And it was just a mess. A mess. And it's still a mess. Monday, there's another probate hearing. Thank God Tony's going. But there's a probate hearing on Monday because my sister, here, her fucking ass lives in Denver. But yet she's still fucking wanting stuff. But yet when my mom was sick, nobody gave a damn. When my mom was, when my dad died of cancer, nobody came over there helping. It was me that was helping, get him together. When my mama couldn't see past the next day, it was me that was over there cooking. I was running 2 houses. I was taking care of my husband and my kids, and I was taking care of my parents as well, seeing to it that they had what they needed. And though they were financially set, but, the emotional thing of it all, when you're watching your spouse die, my mom, she just had no will to keep going. I mean, they were married like 48 years, so, she just completely lost her will to go on anymore. But it was me and my children that pushed her to go the distance, and she went as long as she did. But I'm just blown away that, somebody just broke into the house and just took her stuff yet once again. So I just had to come on here and sound off. I can't even go back to sleep. So this is what's going on during my Vegas trip. I don't know what else to say. All right, guys. Deuces. Love you.